today we're getting another step further towards it. Yay, us! There are actually the two wins today that are completely important towards this. One is the net neutrality, which I am sort of in that sort of how could the idea of a universal library getting to everybody go wrong and not happen? And it would be losing something like net neutrality, such that only those that host their videos on Google, or only people that plug into Facebook to put their photos up, will be able to be seen. And little guys lose out. So I think this is a good day, not only for the Internet Archive and the idea of going and having libraries like us, but actually having it so that we can have computers that can serve things out on the net, and not just be a one-way pipe that we're going to have to suck on and pay for. So that's a win for us. There was another win for us that's in the area of community broadband and community wireless. And so the Internet Archive has been trying to figure out how to get around the last mile problem. So there's the backbone problem and the last mile problem. We've been doing these fun things around wireless and putting them on buildings and trying to give it away. And it's been interesting running into government problems in this. When we did it in the Presidio, we put these things up, people started to use it, and the Presidio Trust told us to take it down because they were going to start negotiating with a phone company, and they were sure that they were going to want to have that taken down eventually, so take it down now. What? So we got this building. We wanted to go and put high towers on it and give away free internet to the whole area. Nope. But we did have success in Richmond, California, where they just said, Comcast, AT&T, what have they done for us? Go for it. And they gave us access on towers, and we're giving them the internet access to anybody that can see the tower. That's great. We wanted to do it in another place. And I used to talk to IT managers from around the country. I said, we're looking for a couple of cities that would give us high locations so we could go and put our equipment, no cost, no money changing hands, just free internet access, go. And there's one person that came up and she said, we want to do this. But I said, why are you whispering? Because you can't tell anybody. I said, why not? Because they might destroy our town. Who? I can't tell you. Today, I'm pleased. This is the first time I've ever been able to talk about it. This was a city in North Carolina. And for the last 3 years, Ralph Mullen has been working with them, sending equipment, configuring, working on weekends, getting up on water towers to get it so that poor kids in the city of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, were able to get free and not bugged internet access in North Carolina, and we can finally talk about it. FCC overruled the state law that was put in a couple of days after a Republican governor was elected. Amazing when those laws just go bang, bang, right afterwards. Maybe they were thinking about it beforehand to go and make it so that cities couldn't help make internet happen. And this is something that is now overruled by the federal government, which is tremendous. So we've made some progress. There's some steps to go, as we've said. For instance, reader privacy. Reader privacy is very important in libraries. There's a history of people getting rounded up for the books they've read and bad things happening to them. Well, we now know, because of Edward Snowden, that the readers of the WikiLeaks website were spied on and cataloged by the GCHQ, which is the NSA of the UK. They passed those readers of WikiLeaks to the NSA, and the NSA has targeted those readers as potential terrorists that need special attention. What? So reader privacy, we need a little bit more help. Digital rights management is making our job very, very hard. We're a library. We give out books. We lend books. That's how these things work. But right now, if you buy a book, in most formats, it's got digital rights management. That means it's really not yours. You're licensing it for a while from some publisher It's not yours in the same sense that we used to buy books, music, and video. I think we need to get that back. Copyright extensions have made it so that the internet, the public domain has been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking over the years. And the work of Larry Lessig has helped, but we need more and more help to go and make it so that actually the public domain grows. Now is our chance to actually share information, and a lot of it, especially in the 20th century, is locked up as orphaned works that are not able to be seen legally at all. And this doesn't make any sense for a generation that is turning to their screen for information to be able to keep the best we have to offer away from them. We need reform of copyright laws. We need some activism around this to push this forward. Bitcoin is a very interesting technology. Not only is it kind of weird and wacky and fun, but it is a distributed database that is working where there's no centralized points of control. It's very hard to get this sort of thing to work, but they are, and it's very interesting. But it's under massive regulatory attack. I know this, I'm a chairman of a credit union, and when we started working with a couple of Bitcoin companies, they basically have actively tried to shut the credit union down, just because we wanted to help Bitcoin companies. So there are areas that we really need some help in trying to make the net a better place. So we've had some successes. It's completely fantastic, but we've got some more things to do. We need to bake our values into the code of the net itself. We need to bake the First Amendment into the web and how it works. We need to lock the web open. We need to make openness and open irrevocable. Thank you very much for coming tonight.